Read French.
Hi, I'm Nicola. On today's video, we will be learning about present tense, but first, what is present tense? Present tense is a tense expressing an action that is currently going on or habitually performed, or a state that currently or generally exists. Universal truths. For more brief understanding, let's look with an example. The moon revolves around the earth. This sentence here explains an information used as evidence or as part of a report which is a fact. Here, the verb revolves is conjugated in accordance to the subject he, she, it. The moon comes under the subject it, which makes the sentence a fact and to be said in present tense. Now let's have a look at the second example. We go to the movies on weekends. Now this sentence here says an habitual action which could be altered when needed but wasn't till date. Here, the verb go is conjugated in accordance to the subject we, which makes the sentence plural. Similar in French.
Le présent.
Is the present tense in French. The verbs in present tense are conjugated in accordance to the subjects.
Je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle.
Now remember that we use present tense only for facts, habitual actions, or for the things that are happening right now. Conjugation. What is conjugation? Conjugation is the variation of the form of a verb in an inflected languages, by which the voice, mood, tense, number, and person are identified. In simple words, conjugation is nothing but changing the verbs according to the subjects to exactly understand the actual perspective of the speaker. Example, I drink milk, he drinks milk. Why conjugating a verb is a must? Because correctly conjugated verbs communicate to a reader or a listener the meaning behind the sentence clearly, and hence conjugation is important.
Hi, I'm Freya. From here I'll continue the lesson. As we all know that there are two types of verbs in BASIC, that is regular and irregular. And now, take notes if necessary, it's an important point. The conjugation for regular and irregular verbs are two different methods. Regular verbs. The basics of French verbs are that no matter whether they are regular or irregular, they all have their ending, only in these three categories, that is ER, IR, RE. The conjugation of the verbs depends on two factors, that is the ending of the verb and the subject we use. If a verb ends with ER, remove the ER from the end of the verb in order to conjugate it and add the suitable ending in accordance to the subject similarly for IR and RE verbs. Pause the video if necessary. For better understanding, let's have a look at some example with these three endings. But first, since we are learning French, we should learn some phrases and words side by side. So to say, for example, in French, we say par exemple. Par exemple. Je cherche un livre. Here cherche is an ER verb, hence, according to the subject, the J, it is conjugated with an ending E. Elle finit ses devoirs à 6 heures. Here finir is an IR verb, which makes its end with titi. Nous vendons les pommes, and last, but not least vendreux, is an RE verb, and that's why it gets an ending ONS. Now, for the informative and conclusion part, we'll have a look on 10 basic regular verbs and their conjugation, and a recap session. With that, we will be done with this video. A tense expressing an action that is currently going on or habitually performed or a state that currently or generally exists, universal truths. Conjugation is the variation of the form of a verb in an inflected languages, by which the voice, mood, tense, number, and person are identified. In simple words, conjugation is nothing but changing the verbs according to the subjects. Example, I drink milk. He drinks milk. Next video, irregular verbs.